It's Friday. I'm Bree. You're watching Three Awesome Geeks, and I've seen Watchmen. Have you? I'm not going to give any spoilers or anything like that, though we all pretty much know what happens. But I am going to talk about the movie towards the end, so hang on for that. So, as Jason said on Monday, I'm Bree, and I'm going to be Friday of Three Awesome Geeks. Hopefully, some of you guys are coming over here after subscribing to Two Awesome Geeks over the summer and in like August and September. That was a vlog channel that a friend of mine and I did, and after it kind of ended, Jason sent me a message a few weeks ago and asked if I would be interested in doing this, and I was. So, I'm really bad at introducing myself. I don't really know what about me isn't geeky. I got started when I was a kid with Batman and comic books, and it all pretty much went downhill from there. I love to watch The Office, Supernatural, House. It's not really a geeky show, but it's awesome. And Big Bang Theory and How I Met Your Mother. If you've never seen Big Bang Theory, please go watch it. It is the best geek-centric show I have ever seen in my entire life. And it has a lot of in-jokes and stuff that people would only get if they were of a certain caliber of geek. I'm trying to keep this quick because I know you guys would much rather hear me talk about Watchmen than sit here and ramble on about myself. So yeah, besides any of the weekend guest vloggers we might have, I'm the only girl of the Three Awesome Geeks channel. But as it was suggested by one of my friends, it might be so that some of the guys that watch the channel can actually see a girl. So adding on to a few things that Jason and Sam mentioned. Jason, you mentioned Middleman. That is an amazing show. It was canceled far beyond its time, though I think it only kind of appealed to a certain kind of audience, like, us. So I guess I could kind of see where it was coming from. And I'm probably definitely going to be looking into getting that on DVD when it does come out. And Sam mentioned webcomics. He mentioned XKCD, which is an amazing comic, and Penny Arcade. But also Dinosaur Comics. I'll put a link in the sidebar that's over there or over there. I'm terrible at doing that. And you should definitely check that one out too. It's absolutely hysterical. And I'm subscribed to a lot of other ones, but I don't feel like pulling up my RSS feed right now. I said some other stuff after I said that, but I'm pretty sure you're not interested. So, Watchmen. I went at the midnight release last night. There really weren't that many people there. I was kind of surprised, but it's kind of a small town, and this was definitely not one of the nicer movie theaters. But their tickets are really cheap, so that's why me and my friends went. I got really excited during the trailers because it was Star Trek and then Wolverine right next to each other, so it was great seeing both of those on the big screen and seeing a final Wolverine trailer. Wolverine is either going to be really, really awesome, or it's going to be the Catwoman of the X-Men franchise. The movie, for a graphic novel that wasn't supposed to be able to be translated into any other medium, they did it. It was incredibly amazing. I'm not a huge fan of the whole gratuitous violence, blood spurting, body limbs coming off body limbs, that's a good term. But there was some of that, and they added in a little bit more violence type stuff than there actually was in the graphic novel in a couple of parts. But, I mean, everyone knows the ending was slightly different. But personally, I liked the movie ending better than the comic book ending, and I've heard another friend of mine say that already. And besides that, I really can't say much besides it was amazing. By the time I got out, my friends and I were just all kind of staring at each other like, wow, can you believe that? It was definitely exceeded my expectations because I had heard some reviews that were not so great and wasn't so sure how it was going to go. I know a lot of the big movie review sites were giving it pretty bad reviews, but then a lot of vloggers, bloggers, one of those things, had given it some pretty good reviews, and those were the people that I would trust more than the Hollywood elite when it comes to grading a movie like Watchmen. I know I have some friends back home who went to see it, and they've been saying, like, they would not recommend it. But, I mean, guys, it's rated R. What are you going to expect when you go see a movie based on a graphic novel that's known for being pretty edgy, and it's rated R? I mean, you gotta think about it a little bit. I was extremely impressed with the special effects. The CGI of Rorschach's mask looked awesome. And with generally the entire cast, they all did a really excellent job of bringing the characters to life, which I was kind of worried about because I was afraid some of them were going to come across as kind of cheesy. And at times they do, but I think that the general tone of the movie did a good job of keeping the guys running around in crazy looking costumes from being too ridiculous, which, I mean, you know, The Dark Knight, every other comic book movie that we've seen recently has done a really good job of doing that. Also, Watchmen soundtrack, amazing. The songs that they set up from the time period of the movie, they set to just the action and everything, it really brought the entire movie full circle for me. So that's all I'm going to say about Watchmen for now, because I know Jason and Sam are going to go see it tonight, and I figure by the time Jason posts his video on Monday, most of the people who really care about seeing it will have already seen it. And I'm going to show you my movie ticket. I love how it says child, rated R. Actually, it's because I get the college discount, $5.75 for a movie ticket. That's why we went to that theater, even though the floors are sticky and it smells kind of funny in there. So that's all I'm going to say, because I'm sure you guys are all really sick of seeing my face and hearing my voice by now. I promise next week I'm going to keep it a lot shorter, but I really just wanted to talk about the movie. And I guess, Jason, I will see you on Monday. And I can personally testify for the floors being sticky, because about halfway through the movie, I dropped my phone and it went into the floor of the row in front of us. Luckily, nobody was sitting there, but I still had to get down on the floor and use the light of my friend's phone to find my cell phone.